Girl, this is always the hard part, trying to get this doggone thumbnail. Okay. Alright. Alright, wait, I got it. Hey everybody, it's Yoko Better back with another video. I know I've been gone for a while. You guys are tired of hearing that, but it is what it is. I'm back now, and I'm back with a book haul. I haven't done a book haul since January, and this is a collective book haul, so I didn't get all these books in one setting, but I got some goodies. Some of these books were sent to me by different publishing companies and independent authors and stuff like that. So yeah, and a lot of the other books I bought myself. I think first I'm gonna start off with the books that were sent to me. Like, these authors are so nice. They emailed me and asked me to review their books. So each of these books will have like their own reviews, but I'm just putting them in the haul now so you guys will know what I have. And then after that, I'm gonna show you the books that I bought myself. So let's get into the video. Okay, the first author that I have here is, her name is not on the front of the book, but she wrote me a little note on the inside, and her name is, excuse me if I mispronounce your name, I'm so sorry, is Anel. It's Aenell, and she wrote to me, "To Sheana, I really appreciate your review. I hope you enjoy." So the name of this book is Charming with a Chance, and I'm gonna read the back of the book. So it says, Logan Raquel Michu is a living single 25-year-old and working at a marketing firm. Her day-to-day is less than adventurous until her best friend Mackenzie moves back to the city. After a spontaneous night at the club, Logan reunites with a childhood classmate, William Tanner. After Mackenzie, the matchmaker, set the two up, Logan tries to act unfazed until the following morning she is hit on by a handsome man at work. His name is Brody King. Caught in a disbelief and flattery, Logan decides to take on the challenge of dating two men with serious intent. From the mean girl co-workers to a sibling rivalry, Logan has to become a woman enough to take on a world of drama in order to get that special end result of love and happiness. So the book sounds really interesting. I already started reading some of it. I have a little bit of notes in the inside, and I highlighted some things, but I haven't finished it yet. But so far so good. Like, I like it. I like the way the author writes, and the book is pretty short. It's only 139 pages. Then she has an interlude at the end because she sent me the second part to the book, which is Charming with a Chance Part 2, Crimson Love. So this is how the book looks, and I'm not going to read the back yet because I don't want it to give away what happened in the first book because I didn't finish reading it yet. But thank you for sending me these books. And the name of her production company, or I think production company, it's called SLF Entertainment, and you can look her up on Instagram, I believe. And when I do the review, I will link all her stuff down in the description, and I will link her stuff in this video as well. So look her up. The next book I received is called Harlem Heroine, and this is by Miss T. This is from the Royalty Publishing company. And so yeah, this book kind of hits home because if you don't know, I'm from New York. If you watch my videos, you know I'm from New York. So a lot of the stuff that's talked about in this book, I know about. But I'm going to read the back of the book. It's kind of long, but I'm going to skim through it. So her name's not Tiana. Tonya Taylor's life changed forever on the night that her friend and brother Jermaine, Baby J, was murdered. But Jerome was actually the last of a long line of real smart and handsome street dudes she encountered growing up in Harlem. In the early 80s, she became intrigued by the fast life despite growing up in a strict and disciplined household. That curiosity eventually led her to to becoming one of the popular girls in Harlem who obtained luxury cars, money, diamonds, and furs. In the tell-all memoir, she takes us on a journey back to her life on the streets of Harlem, a journey that intertwines the stories of many street legends. You may have heard the myths about the hustlers, gangsters, and street beefs of Harlem in the 80s and 90s, but she was there for many of them. She had a first-hand look at who was who and what was what, and this is her story. From Fritz, Lou Sims, Ace, and others from back in the day all the way to Maine and his crew. Get Get ready for an inside look into what street life was like for her in Harlem. This is your chance to finally learn the whys that went with all those who's and whats. So, this is a memoir about her life, clearly, and she also wrote me a little note on the inside. It says, to Sheana, thanks for the review. I hope you enjoy my journey through the 80s plus and 90s. It was a learning experience for me. Hopefully you are able to learn some things as well, Miss T. So I appreciate her writing me that little note, and there will be a review on this as well. I've already started reading it, as you can see, with a little bit of post-its, and I highlighted some things that I liked about the book so far, so look forward to seeing a review on this book as well. Next is Bad Wives by ZW. I love this cover, and I don't know, for some reason when I got this book, I'm like, this book is huge. Like, not like it has a lot of pages, but it's just super wide compared to like the standard book. Like, look how big this freaking book is. Like, I don't know if it's just me, but I just thought the book was hella big. But this is a book by ZW, and she wrote me a little note as well. It says, Sheana, thanks so much for your support, ZW. And I'm going to read the back of this as well. As third-generation gangsters, the Bad family males are the face of organized crime in Atlanta, and their wives are their... When Bobby Bad proposes to Lyra, her life takes a dangerous turn for the worse. However, she's in too deep and too in love to leave. Before Lyra can officially become a bad wife, she must first prove her loyalty to the family. A series of grueling rituals gains her entry or entree into the lives of two other wives, Taffy and Mona Bad. A violent, tempered Taffy does something unthinkable, which may change everything when she starts to resent the bad way of life. Mentally hardcore Mona is making the ultimate sacrifice for the bad life, but when something goes terribly wrong, she puts everybody at risk, especially Lyra. Once generational secrets are revealed, it tears the family apart, bringing deadly consequences to everyone, starting with Lyra. But is it all true? It says author ZW is the founder of Z Book Publishing. She has a BA in journalism from Georgia State University and resides in Atlanta with her daughter, an aspiring novelist. You can contact ZW by emailing her at authorz.w@gmail.com. She would love to hear from you. So I really like what this book... I'm sorry, like my leg is like falling asleep. I really like what this book is giving. First of all, I just love the cover. The girl is really cute. Red is like one of my favorite colors, so this really drew me to the book. I haven't started reading the book yet, but it sounds really good, and I'm really interested to hear about the organized crime and just not like the street drug dealer crime, even though I don't know if this is what the book is about, but organized crime seems a little different to me, a little more sophisticated. So we're gonna see and look forward to seeing a book review on this as well. So the next book I have here is called Gold Plated Pieces by Sidney. It just says Sidney on the book, but her name is Sidney Daniels, and she wrote me a note as well. And the inside it says, thank you for being a true reader and being willing to read new things, Sidney. And then she wrote me a little note on the inside. So cute. I love stuff like this. And it says, hi Yoko. Here are my books. I am happy you responded and decided to send you my second book as well. Hope you enjoy them both. Please contact me if you have any questions. Thank you, Sidney. So I appreciate that, Sidney. Thank you for that little note. So, this book, the back of it says, Nicole felt like she had it all. Great career, loving children, and the man of her dreams. Sure, he wasn't perfect, but after years of being together, she had learned to accept Rick's flaws and all. But when his flaws come in the physical form of Gina, his sexy side chick, Nicole is left holding the pieces. So this sounds a little scandalous, okay? A little scandalous. But we're gonna see how this one plays out. It's another short book too. I don't know if she does her own publishing. It doesn't say, but the book is pretty short, about 128 pages, which is not bad. I'll probably finish this in a day. But thank you, Sidney, for sending me this book. And she also sent me her second book, which is called Cuffin. Okay, you know, cuffing season is in the midst right now. We're in October, okay? Get your bae cuffed, okay? So this is called Cuffin and an interactive collection of short stories by Sidney. So it says Cuffin, the act of locking down one shorty. Saddle up as we journey through a collection of short stories featuring women tied up in love, some good, some bad, but all captivating. These stories are guaranteed to have you glued to the pages and turning to your social media. Now, when I think of interactive novels, I think of like, I used to have this Goosebumps book when I was younger, right? And it will have you, like, it'll say something or whatever, and then it'll say, if you want Johnny to go down the hallway, turn to page 36, or if you want him to go up the stairs, turn to page 57, something like that. Now, I don't know if this book is like that, because it does says interactive, but yeah, but she said it'll have you turn to your social media, so maybe it's like a social media type of thing as well. I don't know, but I think that's totally cool. I love that. And this book is pretty short as well. I think it's 159, 160 pages, 161 pages, and she has some reader questions as well, so you could see, so you could answer what's going on in the book. I like that. So this is called Cuffin, and this is how the back looks. I really like that. So that's all the books that I was sent in the mail. Now I'm going to go to the books that I purchased myself. So first is Maya Angelou's I Know Why the Caged Bird Sings. This is definitely a classic book by Maya Angelou. This is a autobiography that she wrote, but this is not the original cover. Clearly, I got this from what is that museum called in DC? The Museum of African American Culture, something like that. I'm gonna put it right here so I can get it correct, but I bought it there. And this one is, I think, the newest cover, and the forward is actually by Oprah Winfrey. So I always wanted to read this autobiography by her. I know it's kind of sad about certain things that happened to her in her life, but clearly she came out of it and triumphed and became like one of the best, you know, authors and poetess. Is it poetess? I don't know, but you know what I mean. So I'm going to read the back of the book for you guys. So here is a book of joyous and painful, as mysterious and memorable as a child itself. I know why the caged bird sings. I Know Why the Caged Bird Sings captures the longing of lonely children, the brute insult of bigotry, and the wonder of words that can make the world right. Maya Angelou's debut memoir is a modern American classic, beloved worldwide. Sent by their mother to live with their devout grandmother in a small southern town, Maya and her brother endure the ache of abandonment and prejudice. At 8 years old and back at her mother's side in St. Louis, Maya is attacked by a man many times her age and has to live with the consequences for a lifetime. Years later in San Francisco, Maya learns that love for herself, the kindness of others, her own strong spirit, and the ideas of great authors will allow her to be free instead of imprisoned. Poetic and powerful, I Know Why the Caged Bird Sings will touch hearts and change minds for as long as people read. So I'm just so ready to read this. So look forward to a book review. Next, like, I've been wanting to read a lot of poetry. Clearly I have Maya Angelou's book and I'm going to get more of her books, but I wanted to read poetry by other people. So my all-time favorite person in the world, well, one of my all-time favorite people in the world is Tupac Shakur. And if you didn't know, which I don't know how you didn't know unless you've been living under a rock, he wrote poetry. So I bought his book of poetry, which is The Rose That Grew from Concrete. And I just love it because a lot of the poetry in the book is like his handwritten poetry. Then they wrote it out so you could legibly read it, because as you can see, he crossed out some stuff that he wrote, mistakes and stuff. So I just thought it was like really authentic. Here's another page, like, so here's his actual writing, like in his handwriting, and then they rewrote it here so you could really see what he wrote. And I just love that. And at the back of the book there is a picture of him looking all cute. Tupac Amor Shakur. And it says when he was born 1971 and when he died 1996. So let me read the back of the book for you guys. It says, Tupac's most intimate and honest thoughts were uncovered only after his death, with the instant classic The Rose That Grew from Concrete. For the first time in paperback, this collection of deeply personal poetry is a mirror into the legendary artist's enigmatic world and its many contradictions. Written in his own hand from the time he was 19, these 72 poems embrace his spirit, his energy, and his ultimate message of hope. So love that. And it says Tupac Shakur remains one of the most influential and top-selling rap artists of all time. He recorded 12 landmark albums, 9 of which went either platinum or gold. Also a trained and gifted actor, Tupac appeared in 7 major motion pictures, including leading roles in Juice, Above the Rim, and Poetic Justice. He was murdered at the age of 25. So yes, A Rose That Grew from Concrete. I really love this, and I'm looking forward to reading it. I'm not gonna read it in like one sitting, and I probably won't do a book review in this. I don't know, but it's just something that I just want to read, just to read, just to be inspired and stuff like that. So Tupac's poetry. Next are books from my favorite series. I've talked about it like a gazillion, a million times on my channel, which is the Thug series by Wahida Clark. And I have the 5th installment to the book, which is Justify My Thug. I still haven't finished reading the 4th book. Long story. Like, the story is not long, but long story why I haven't finished the book yet. But it's coming. It's coming. I'm sorry it's taking forever in a freaking day, in another day, but it's coming. So this is the 5th book, and yeah, so I'm gonna read the back of the book. Trey and Tasha's marriage is on thin ice. They will find solid ground, or will they allow Karan to come between them? Is it Karan? To come between them and destroy everything. Jazz and Fahim were living the American dream until a haunting part of their past threatens their marriage and ultimately their lives. In the meantime, Marvin is trapped in a living nightmare, desperately trying to escape the mistakes of his past. Back in New York, Kaylin has to face the toughest decision of his life: keep her brother and lose a friend, or allow Tasha and Kyron's, I don't know how to pronounce his name, Kyron's love affair to put a dangerous end to the code of brotherly love. Will Angel's innocent cries of not knowing about Tasha and Kyron hold true, or will Kaylin discover that she had a hand in it all? In the most explosive story yet, the original, the official queen of street literature, brings to you Justify My Thug. Now, this done told me a lot that's going to happen in the 4th book, but it's all good in the hood because I ain't tripping, because I kind of already know. But yes, I'm looking forward to reading this book, and y'all know, I'm going to do a book review. In addition to that, I have book number 6 in the series, which is Honor Thy Thug. So, and she just came out with book 7. I forgot the name of it, but I will be getting that too, because I have to have the whole Thug collection. But yes, so the back of this book said, Urban Lit's favorite ride or die couple, Trey and Tasha, are back as they fight to hold on to their fatale relationship, which gets closer to exploding with each passing day. Their friends, Angel and Kaylin, are caught up in their own drama, which pits brother against brother in the final showdown. Fahim and his wife Jazz face their worst nightmare, which almost takes them totally out of the game. Meanwhile, Chiron, who brought Trey to the brink of murder and Tasha to the edge of insanity, is back and hell-bent on revenge. When Trey makes his deadly decision to work for the most violent Chinese crime organization in the city and renew a business relationship with Charlie Lee, the one woman who can never be trusted, his rocky marriage and life are threatened. Tasha is forced to step in and things are getting crazy. Can Trey escape the grips of the mob with his life and hold on to his wife? Honor That Thug will leave you grasping for more. So, once again, it kind of said the same shit, and I didn't mean to say shit, but it's the same thing on the 5th book, but I'm looking forward to reading this as well. And I always love her covers because they always have, like, you know, nice looking ladies on the front. So yeah, I'm looking forward to reading this, and I'm looking forward to getting the 7th book review on both. So, last but not least is, I think, the most realistic book of the books that I own right now, because it really deals with real life issues that are happening in today's society. And this is the book, The Hate You Give by Angie Thomas. And if you don't know, The Hate You Give spells out thug. And so I'm going to read the inside of the book for you, and you'll know why I said what I just said. So it says, 16-year-old Star Carter moves between two worlds. The poor black neighborhood where she lives and the fancy suburban prep school she attends. The uneasy balance between those worlds is shattered when Star witnesses the fatal shooting of her childhood best friend Khalil at the hands of a police officer. Khalil was unarmed. Soon after Khalil's death is a national headline. Some are calling him a thug, maybe even a drug dealer and a gangbanger. Star's best friend at school suggests he may have had it coming. When it becomes clear the police have a little interest in investigating the incident, protesters take to the streets and Star's neighborhood becomes a war zone. What everyone wants to know is what really went down that night, and the only person alive who can't answer that is Star. But what Star does or does not say could destroy her community. It could also endanger her life. Angie Thomas's staring debut about an ordinary girl in extraordinary circumstances addresses issues of racism, police violence with intelligence, heart, and unflinching honesty. Now, I already started reading some of this book. I forgot what chapter I'm on, but I'm on page 62. And honestly, I don't want to get a full book review, but it had me in tears. But I really love the cover of the book. It's very cute. In the back of the book, what does that look like to you? Does that not look like Trayvon Martin? Come on now. But we're going to get into that when I do my book review, so I'm not even going to go all into it. But I am just so ready to finish this book, you guys. So, yes. Alright, you guys, that is all the books I have in my book review. Yeah, I know it's been a very long time, but the book reviews are going to keep coming. If you are interested in sending me your books to do a book review, please email me. My email is always in the description box and is always in my about section on my YouTube channel, so you can always see it. And I'm going to put it here. BeautyByYoko at yahoo.com. I was about to say AOL. So also, if you want to be friends on social media, please follow me at Yoko Better. That's my name on all social media: Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter. I also have my beauty and YouTube Instagram, which is Yoko the MUA. I was about to say Beauty the MUA. I don't know why. You guys, it's been a long day and I'm kind of sick if you cannot tell. But yeah, so just follow me and I will talk to you guys in the next video. I don't have anything else to say. Bye!